Have you ever reached out to a real estate agent because you love their videos or their marketing or just their vibe, only to later find out that you're actually not working with them, you're working with someone else from their team? Yeah, that happens all the time, and sometimes people really don't realize that they have been passed off until they're kind of knee deep in the process and maybe feel like it's too late. That starting over with someone else may feel overwhelming, and you may just decide to grind it out with someone that you don't vibe with and just hope for the best. This literally happened to us when we moved to Minnesota. A friend of ours referred us to an agent, and he handed us off to a new guy that we really struggled with. So it was not who we thought we were going to work with, and we never even spoke to that guy. So today, let's talk about what the real difference is between working with a solo agent like me versus a big team, why that difference can make or break your experience. All right, so what happens when you work with a team? Well, here's how it usually works. You see an agent online, maybe they've got a slick brand, a big following, or a ton of listings, and you reach out thinking, hey, I would really like to work with that person. Behind the scenes though, that top agent is really just the face of a team. Your call gets handed to one of their buyer specialists, often someone newer, maybe still learning the ropes, and they might be nice, but they don't have the same experience, the same negotiation skills, or the same deep market knowledge as the person that you thought that you were hiring. They are not the same person that you actually thought you were going to be working with. In a lot of cases, that lead agent that you really liked never even meets you in person. You're just one of many clients being passed through a system designed for volume. And hey, so what's it like working with a solo agent? Now, when you work with a solo agent like me, your experience is completely different. Why? Because from the very first conversation to the closing table, you're actually working directly with me. You're not repeating your story 5 times. You're not waiting for someone else to, get back to you, because I'm actually the one calling the lender. I'm the one talking to the inspector. I'm the one communicating with the title company. I do all of it. I know exactly what's going on with your transaction at every step because I'm the one doing the work. And when I tell you I'll call you back, you're not getting my assistant. You're actually going to speak to me. And I pride myself on thorough and responsive communication. That consistency really matters, especially in negotiation. When you work with someone who represents both buyers and sellers, you get the full picture of what motivates each side of the transaction. I know what sellers are thinking when a buyer makes an offer. I know what scares them, and I know what excites them. I've worked with hundreds of buyers, and I actually understand very well what concerns them as well. So seeing both sides of the equation on a regular basis allows me to stay in tune with what the market is demanding of both parties in the transaction and how to best position buyers and sellers in that context. That means that when I'm representing you, I can position you strategically, not just emotionally. You're getting perspective, not just paperwork. As you know, buying or selling a home is a very personal thing. It's not just a transaction, it's actually your life. When you're handed off to a team member, sometimes it can really start to feel like you're just another file in the system. You feel frustrated at having to repeat yourself. You feel that the agent doesn't really get you. It can lead to feeling like you're spinning your wheels, and while that's bad enough, when it's spinning your wheels on something as important as the purchase of your new home, it adds an entirely different layer of unnecessary stress. When you work with a solo, dedicated agent, you build trust. I get to know your story, your timeline, your priorities, and I can tailor everything around you personally, and that is not scalable. That's personal, and that's exactly why it works. I consciously do not want to be an agent that is juggling 100 transactions in a year. I mean, good for them or good for their pocketbook. Probably not great for their sanity or their clients. But I think of myself as being in the people business. In a time when it's harder and harder to connect with an actual human, that is what I bring to the table. I am an actual human. I'm one person. I'm dedicated to you and helping you make one of the biggest purchases of your life, and an actual human that wants to absorb a lot of the bumps of the transaction so that you have less stress along the way. So if you want a team of marketing coordinators, assistants, and automated texts, well, that's one kind of experience. And legitimately, some people really do want that, and it's entirely okay. If you're that person, go that way. That's not me. But if you want a relationship where your agent actually knows your name, answers the phone, fights for you like it's their own home, that's what you get with a solo agent. So that's a question that you should ask when you're interviewing agents. Are you solo or are you on a team? Anyway, I'm Mary Schumann. This is what I do every single day for my clients in the Twin Cities. If you're thinking of buying or selling here, I would love it if you reached out, because we can talk about your move. My contact information is in the description box, and I also have a link to my free relocation guide if you are coming from out of state. I love to talk to people that meet me on YouTube, and I would love to talk to you. Thanks for watching.